Hey everyone, Leon Evans here from Life Central Church, and my leadership tip is this: pay attention to your posture. Why? Your posture can shape your future. At the start of lockdown, my wife, who's a nurse, helpfully and lovingly commented, "Your posture's terrible." She noted that I sat in front of a screen for hours on end, slouched on a dining room chair. Not a great posture. So she brought me this harness to strap my body into shape. I mean, round is a shape, right? And she got me a chair which supports good posture. Posture is so important. But what is it? The dictionary says posture is the position in which someone holds their body, but it's also a particular approach or attitude. Good posture improves your blood flow, helps keep nerves and blood vessels healthy, supports your muscles, ligaments and tendons. Wow! Your posture matters. If it isn't healthy, it affects the whole of your body. I love this quote from John Maxwell. He said this: "The pessimist complains about the wind, the optimist expects it to change, but the leader adjusts the sails." That's about posture. In an era of uncertainty, good leaders adjust their sails. They set their posture. They position themselves. Good posture is good preparation. When we can only plan short term, we can prepare for the long term if we have good posture. Why does posture matter? Because your posture can shape your future. Here's 3 postures that will help you to lead well. Number 1, be humble. Humility is a posture, an open stance, a willingness to learn, a readiness to embrace feedback. It's a posture that stays flexible, responsive, adaptable, curious. Peter puts it this way in 1 Peter 5 verse 5. "In every relationship, each of you must wrap around yourself the apron of a humble servant. God resists you when you're proud, but multiplies grace and favor when you're humble." Who doesn't want multiplied grace and favor in their life and leadership? Pay attention to your posture. Your posture can shape your future. Number 2, be helpful. This sounds quite tame, but I believe it's powerful when a leader's first response isn't "what can you do for me?" but "how can I help you?" One of the most frequently used pictures of leadership in the Bible is that of the shepherd. And when you read in Psalm 23, it's startling, isn't it? How the pronouns change from the and he to you and your, as the shepherd shifts their posture from being out front to coming alongside. During the dark season, the valleys, the tough times, the pandemics, a good leader adjusts his or her posture to come alongside the people they are leading, to be helpful. I love how Andy Stanley puts it: "Your voice is more important than your words." He tells the story of how President George W. Bush, the day after 9/11, spontaneously took a megaphone to speak to the first responders. It became an iconic moment where he found his voice, because it was his voice, not his words, that were most helpful to the people he was leading on that day. Leaders, don't stay remote, detached. People need to see your emotion, hear your confusion, understand that you understand where they are right now. Posture really matters. And here's the 3rd posture: be hopeful. The kind of hope we carry and the kind of hope our world needs is not a blind optimism, nor is it an empty triumphalism. Hopeful doesn't deny the reality of the situation or try to suppress the real emotions people have. But as James Stockdale, that POW in Vietnam, famously said, "Never confuse faith that you will prevail in the end with the discipline to confront the most brutal facts of your current reality, whatever they might be." Our hope is in the promises of God. Our hope is in the presence of God. Our hope is in the supernatural power of God. And when we sense our gaze is down, our motivation is low, our outlook is a little bleak, we must adjust our posture. Why? Because our posture can shape the future. As we emerge from this season with all of its confusion and pain, let's remember that the Bible says we will shine among them like stars in the sky. Here's the thing: stars are always shining, but you only see them when it's dark. Church, this is our season to shine. So let's adjust our posture. Let's position ourselves. Let's set our sails. Be humble. Be helpful. Be hopeful. Pay attention to your posture. Why? Because your posture can shape not only your future, but the future of those you're called to lead.